walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite.
Hello there everybody, welcome to today's video. We are doing a quick Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest, isn't it? Match preview. Yes, that's tomorrow's game for 4 o'clock. And we got a 10 game watch along for tomorrow. So that's what we are doing. We're mainly focusing on Chelsea, and tonight we have got the Chelsea match preview, which is the Maresca press conference, which I have heard, but I'm going to listen to again carefully, every little bit, watch it loads of times. I do, to listen to it carefully, to see exactly, so you can hear exactly what is happening throughout the stream. So tomorrow I'll have my Chelsea kit on. Tonight we are what we are. So let's get straight into this match preview and let's hear what he's got to say.
Thanks for your time. Any updated team news at all? I'm thinking particularly Chris Nkunku. You've already said potentially he's not going to be fit, but is that still the case?
Days, him and Margio, and both they can be available for the next game, knowing that no one of them played some minutes from the injury.
So by the next game, you mean Forest?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're available for selection.
They can be available, yeah.
And Reece James, probably just normal. We saw him at open training.
They can be available for.
But is that still the case?
He's working with us.
He's not going to be fit. Any updated team news at all? I'm thinking particularly Chris Nkunku.
So, looking at it now, Christopher Nkunku is ready for tomorrow's game, which will be a big bonus, because I'm going to show you my predicted squad, and to have him in the squad, I think, is the top thing. But I think what we are going to have is that if we have Christopher Nkunku in tomorrow, we'll be better overall as a squad. So this is what I think. It will be better as a squad. You as Chelsea fans who want to join my stream and talk to me, and you might not think he's that good of a player, but he could be leaving. He could be leaving anytime soon. So I think playing him as much as possible is the right thing and is the best thing for us to do. As we don't know, and we don't expect him to leave, but we don't know at any point in time when he might leave. So we want to get him to play just before the summer, so we know exactly what is happening. So yes, what we want to do, we want to keep him in, and we want to show to the squad how he's like, we do, and we want to talk about to our squad why he's important to us, why I think he should be watched and should be known as like a fantastic player. Because there's nothing wrong with him, okay? It's just so interesting he is finding out what goes next with him. Because it's kind of a good thing that happens to him. But then we're kind of downgrading then and getting disappointed then we are. So I'd say whatever happens, okay, in the game tomorrow, whatever happens in tomorrow's game, so he must, be positive, the manager. Otherwise, if he's not positive, the players aren't going to want to play for him tomorrow. So we want to show that we want to get into the championship. Well, not the championship. We want to get out of championship places at all. And we want as much possible opportunities to keep up there and to get in the Champions League places. Because the Champions League is so important, it is. It's like top quality, okay? So, yeah, we want to make sure that what we are doing as a squad is important. But let's get into this and let's have a look. As there can be a lot of important things that we need to do as a squad to continue and become better. So let's have a look, see what else he's got to say.
You've already said potentially he's not going to be fit, but is that still the case?
He's working with us in the last days, him and Margio, and both they can be available for the next game, knowing that no one of them played some minutes from the injury.
So by the next game, you mean Forest?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're available for selection.
They can be available, yeah.
And Reece James, probably just normal.
Mhm.
We saw him at open training on Tuesday, doing his own session. Is he okay?
No, yeah, it's okay.
So Reece James is okay. It seems like there's nothing wrong with him because we've heard a little bit of problems with injuries issues with him. Like Reece James, check the news on him, and then we heard that there wasn't much access to him, wasn't much access with the quality of him, because apparently X is not working. Well, we'll find out now. Perhaps if X wasn't working, we couldn't get updates on there. Oh, I think it was just the app. Because the website's working. So, tomorrow's news is pretty good, if you know what I mean. When do you? Yesterday. Oh, Chelsea are redying a bid of 50 million for Brighton star João Pedro. Blues held a meeting about a possible move for Pedro later this week and set to push forward with an offer. Mail Sport said that. What's the latest news? The latest news is, if this is real, Chelsea's management team are currently in Turkey to convince Victor Osimhen. If that is true. See, I don't know if that's true. But apparently that could be what it is.
Simply, he has his own program, because we said already that we try to protect him, so we are managing him also in the training session.
So this is a massive game for 5 clubs on Sunday. Have you ever known a finish to a campaign like it in terms of what's at stake?
Probably also show how difficult is the Premier League. So many teams involved. The one that they have been consistent has been Liverpool, and this is the reason why they won the Premier. I think all the rest we had during the season a little bit up and down moment, and this is the reason why we are there. But we are happy to be there and try to finish in the best way.
Will you be able to, I mean, the crowd will tell you, I'm sure, but will you have a way of listening to what's happening in the other matches? Because obviously results elsewhere might be a factor, or will you just concentrate on getting the win?
Yeah, that'll definitely be an impact. The results as well.
We are quite lucky in this aspect, is because if we win, we do our job. We don't need to pay attention what the other results. For sure, if we are not winning, probably we need to pay attention. But we have the privilege that we depends on us.
Do you sense a confidence that you can go there and do the job?
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt.
No doubt. Okay, I'll give you my predictions, score predictions, and that's what I need now. He said there's confidence, and there's no doubt we're going to do it. Listen to what he says.
We have the privilege that we depends on us.
Do you sense a confidence that you can go there and do the job?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, absolutely. He said he senses a confidence that I think that we are going to do the job. Probably. There's a likelihood that we will do it.
No doubt.
No doubt. But it depends now, okay, on if our squad is like that now. I'm not expecting anything different to happen. I think the possibility of us winning would be quite good. So that then, whatever happens, then I think we'll boost the score to a higher level. As we need to make sure that our squad is like on the right level at all times.
Callum Hudson-Odoi obviously won a Chelsea loan. How ironic would it be, and I know there's nothing to do with you, it's before your time that he left, but how ironic would it be if he was a factor in you not making it into the Champions League?
In this moment, he's Forest player, so he's playing for them, and I have no doubt that he's going to try his best with his team. So, but we need to be focused on our squad, our player, and our game.
Final one from me. Looking forward to the dreaded transfer window, which starts a little bit earlier, doesn't it, this season? some reports suggest Enzo Fernandez has been in Madrid looking at houses. I know he hasn't because he's been here. But how important is he to Chelsea? How important is he that you keep him here? He's on a long contract, but suggestions Real Madrid might be interested.
Yeah, Enzo is a main player for us. He's one of the captain, he's one of the leader. This season has been very, very good. He can be even better next season, starting from the first day. So nothing to say about speculation. He's focused on us, and this is the most important thing.
He's staying, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Thank you.
And even he said it himself. The rumours were going around, weren't they? Loads and loads and loads. I've been going round for a very, very long time, haven't they? About, is he going to stay at Chelsea? Is it going to stay? 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 Perhaps. But for most likely, he is going to stay. But in the comments, put down below if you think he's going to stay and if you do like the new Chelsea kit. 17 hours ago, new news. This might be real, we don't know. But Chelsea property is officially farewelled. Chelsea property Kendra P.S. is officially farewelled Independent Del Valle ahead of his move to the Pride of London. So, Chelsea have got one more player, okay, arriving, who I don't know the name of those people. I don't know who they are. I don't know why they are part of the club. Or anything. But apparently important. Chelsea wants to sign a striker as an important winger in the summer. Yeah, true. Because we do need to sign a winger because we haven't got anyone on the wing that can help Nkunku or anyone important on the squad. We are a bit more laid back, I say. And I think that's not good. So going back to other news. Can Sanchez stay at Chelsea? Possibly. That'll be a good, really, really good if he does. Anthony Gordon could come to Chelsea or Arsenal for 75 million. 75 million. I think that's actually not bad for Anthony Gordon. I think I like that. Chelsea have not held any talks yet, and are not exploring a deal for João Pedro. Well, at least at the moment they're not. Which I said bummer. That's a disappointment, that is. Because I don't think if the way we're going, we can transfer him and go to the Champions League. Oh, you can see I'm really tired. I'm got the energy inside me. But I'm going for this life stream. I'm doing it, you know what I mean? Because on Wednesday we got the Real Betis Chelsea match. Yes, we have. And that is on TNT, so I'll be watching on Discovery Plus. Yes, for that. And we do have injured players. We have Wednesday Fofana, and Omari Kellyman, who is out for the rest of the season. He'll be out now. Both of them will be. And our last form, 1-0 against Man U. 2-0 loss against Newcastle United. 4-1 Jurgen. 3-1 Liverpool. And 1-0 Jurgen. Tomorrow, the odds of us winning is mid. I think we're going to have a draw. Well, I'm not going to be happy with it, but I'm going with a draw. 20% of people, okay? 20% of people. Think. If you listen to this, 20% of people, okay? Think. Think we're going to draw, and 61% think we're going to win. Just doing some tests for my So yes, we are back.
Hi, so you've got a busy few days coming up. Do you feel any pressure? I'm sure you're not staying up late at night thinking about how to get that Champions League spot, or are you?
Any pressure when you join Chelsea, you feel the pressure since day one. You don't need to play this kind of game to feel more pressure or less pressure. I feel pressure since I joined the club because it's a club that you need to win games, and we won many games this season, but probably we need one more to the most important one.
And how'd you go about, you've got an important game this weekend and a few days later as well, the Conference League final. How'd you go about deciding maybe rotating key players for both matches?
Now the focus is Sunday game. That is the next one, is the most important one. And then after that, we can be focused on Wednesday game. For sure, I said already the other day, we don't have time enough to recover the energy. So for sure, we need to rotate and we need to change things. And the reason why is because from Sunday to Wednesday, there is no time enough to recover energy, or at least if we were both club in the same situation, us and Betis, was quite different. But because they play today, so they have 2 days more. So we need to make some changes.
And what's the atmosphere been like, this week with the players? Are they feeling any pressure? Like how you see?
Yeah, they
the players
definitely
are
were feeling
feeling?
some pressure.
No, they are. To be honest, I can see them exactly in the same way they were almost all season. They know that they are aware that this is the game, is an important game, is the last one, is the most important one, because if we are able to finish well,
Well, yeah, they've been
it's a good
finishing
thing
well, and that's a
for
good thing.
players, for fans, for club,
Oh,
for us
my.
as a coaching staff, for everyone.
Do you, by any chance, like
Yeah, and I think we will finish well with the way it's going. We estimated good quality, and we estimated really well, and that's one. But do you remember 2 years ago I did a watch along with Chelsea fan? I was worried if I should do it because I didn't know who he was in real life and don't know who he was, and I was scared to do it at the time. But now I did the watch along, yeah, and 2 years ago that was, and it went quite well. So I do watch alongs with myself and with other people if they want to join. See, and we can just talk about it, and we can decide what's good and what's not good. Or what's understandable and what's not understandable about increasing my channel views. Yeah. Tomorrow I said Premier League watch along, and I'm gonna do this. So tonight, I got a schedule for tonight that's being made by AI and myself. So I'm gonna change anything. So tonight, I'm prepping Guntai with having a match preview ready for tomorrow. That's really, really good. And then we're going to finish what we need to be finishing. And then we're going to wrap it all up, you know what I mean? In about quarter of an hour's time, we're going to wrap up our stream. Then we're going to start winding down and having a drink of water, brush my teeth, and get ready for bed. Because tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is the day where I have a massive 10 watch long, so yeah. And 11:45 till about 11:55, about 5 minutes to midnight, I will hop on to bed, sleep, and I'll wake up at around 7:45. I will, and then I'm gonna have some breakfast, possibly go for 7:30. I'm gonna have a breakfast, and go for a light walk, just outside, to walk around. Yeah, get my head in the right space in it. I'll have some breakfast. So I'm gonna have some breakfast for 10 minutes. I'm gonna wake up, go for a shower, then have a drink, then have some breakfast. So I'll be ready then by 7:50, go for a walk in it. And then by about 8:15, come back, work on some thumbnails and banners, finalize all the titles and descriptions, and set everything up in StreamYard by 9:30. We don't need to do a testing because we know it all works. $10:45, gonna have a quick pack crisp or something, and a drink of milk. And 11 o'clock, turn it off and go to drum lessons, and I'll be back then by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Up, and then 3:15 to 3:30, have some lunch and get a quick refresh ready for the stream. Up 3 start, 3:45 start, and a full then 3 hours on live stream. So I plan what the thumbnail could look like for tomorrow, then let's keep going.
Motivational words to the players to get them with that mental strength to prepare them for both matches?
No, I think we need to prepare them for the next one, not for both. I think we need to prepare them for Forest one. In terms of motivation, we also try almost every game to give them some extra motivation because it's something also that is part of the game.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mimi. John.
Enzo, over the last few months, there has been a massive difference between your home form and your away form. I think it's 1 league winning 10. Can you try and explain why there has been such a difference?
It's something for sure that probably during the summer or during the short break we have is something that we have to analyze. I also said many times that I like to analyze game by game. I think we play some game away where we didn't deserve to lose, or even the draw. I don't know, like Palace away, I think we were much better than we deserved to in the game. But for sure, if we struggle away, there is a reason why, and we're gonna use the break to understand the reason why. On the other side, at home, we won almost all the games. So also there is a good part, not only the bad part.
Is there a mental issue there, do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think it's a mental problem, but for sure there is something that we need to improve, no doubt.
Because on Sunday, the attitude and mentally, they've got to be absolutely spot on, haven't they? So it's going to be pretty lively at the City Ground.
Yeah, no doubt. But even the last game away, I think the last game was Newcastle away. I think they show resilience, they show effort. Overall, I think we didn't deserve to lose that game, even with 10 players. But at the end, we lost the game. And so I don't think it's mentally, to be honest.
Just a question on the England squad that's going to be announced at 10 o'clock this morning. Is there a concern from you, for your players who are going to be picked in that squad, given you've got the Club World Cup coming up? Have you spoken to anybody, Thomas Tuchel, just to see how he plans to use your players there?
I didn't speak with one of them. The only thing I can say, and I said already many times, that as much as the players we have in the national team, we are happy because that is something good. First of all, for the players, because they represent the country and it's nice, and for the club also.
But I think the last game's on the 10th, and obviously your game with America on the 15th, around that kind of time. So will you be asking maybe that they could be released early?
But from the 10th to 15th, we have 5 days.
Yeah.
The problem is that we have a game Sunday and Wednesday, European competition final. No one is scared about that.
So player welfare, you've got those games, as you said, there's not much between those 2 games. Then the players go on with the international team. Then they fly to America,
and you could be out there till the 15th of July. I mean, for player welfare, what would you say? Isn't it great?
But no one care about player welfare, healthy.
But how do you manage that?
Nothing. If they're gonna be tired, they are not going to play. How you can manage that? It's simply like that. But I don't think there is many attention about players healthy or these kind of things. Otherwise, it's not normal the amount of game that they played.
Simon.
Enzo. So it wasn't the case that the club could even remotely talk to international coaches and stuff and say, would you mind leaving them out on this occasion? It wasn't something you thought of doing.
No, from my point of view.
Yeah, it's obviously going to be an added challenge for these players to sort of think that they've got to play all these games in a short period of time of the long season.
But that's why I said that for me it's not normal and it's not correct. And I can understand that people is thinking, yeah, but they earn much money, lots of money, and so it's not. But it's not about money. It's about health. It's about to protect the big players. And my feeling is because of the amount of game that they played, I don't think they pay attention on that.
And I know you're just focused on these two games and this season, but is there any concern for the start of next season that all your players have played this amount of football before next season's even started?
I'm not thinking about the next season. I'm thinking about the next two games, but for sure there is a chance where we have players that because of the amount of the games, they can get injury or they can be tired. And then we see how we need to behave.
Rob.
Enzo, going back to Sunday, is the biggest risk to your team that Forest might feel like they've got nothing really to lose, given that they've already overachieved so much this season, and the pressure could be off them a little bit, whereas for Chelsea, everything hinges on this. This is really what was expected at the start of the season.
At this stage of the season, I think the pressure is for all the clubs that we are involved. So I think it's also for them, or if they don't feel the pressure, it's not something that I'm worried about, because I'm just worried about our team, how we can win the game, no more than that.
Do you fear that the expectation weighs that bit more heavily on Chelsea's players than it will on Forest?
Yeah, probably yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. Going back to tomorrow's game, very interested in what's going to happen. And I know that we'll have a good start. We'll be on the go. We'll be on the right moment at the right time. We are so positive as a club. That we know what's happening, when it's important for the club to play well. And particularly at the momentum that we want from our fans. So, boring pre-match, because the questions he was asked I don't know myself why he was asked half of those questions. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there and see you in the next stream.